Okay, so my grim has dried. Just going to stick the head on in a bit. Oh, it's sticky on the inside. I wonder why it felt sticky. So I want to make some clothes for it now. Because this is a teenage grim, it's going to have leggings and a hoodie on. So first of all, I've got the leg off an old pair of leggings of mine that were damaged, and I'm going to use that to make some leggings for my grim. So what I'm doing is laying the figure on top of my fabric. I'm going to make it a bit long. So it's just past the feet at the minute. Okay, and then I'm going to turn, I've got the fabric the wrong way around, which is what I want. And I've got to get it so it's the right thickness and everything, the right width for the doll. So about there. Then I'm going to pin that in place. Okay, well I would if I could find where I've put my pins. Yeah, I found my pins. Right, so let's get everything else out the way. Okay, I found some of my pins then. I thought they were all in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pin it. I know I've done it a bit high-waisted at the minute, but that gives me a bit of extra room later on. And I'm doing this so they're not too tight. And I'm taking advantage of that seam already being there. That saves me sewing down that side of the leggings later on. So I'm leaving about half a centimetre gap between the leg and where I'm pinning it. This is just going to give me a generous seam allowance. That'll probably be a bit big, but that's okay. I can always alter it a bit later. In fact, I'm going to go in just a little bit. So I am leaving a gap, just a few millimetres past the leg. I'm just going to cut off the excess fabric. As close as I can get to the pins. Okay. Then I'm going to take that off the doll. I'm going to lie my piece of fabric flat, and what I want to do, I'm going to try and I'm going to pin it I'm just going to neaten up these edges here. And then what I want to do, as you can see, there's like a nice shape there that fits the shape of the doll's leg. So I'm going to fold this in half. And I'm going to trim this top bit. I know it means I'll have to redo that seam, but that's okay. It's just going to give it more of a tapered edge, so it'll fit the doll a bit better. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hem this bit at this end. Then I'm going to, once I've done that, I'll hem this end. So I'll just turn over the top and stitch it, and then I will sew all the way down this side, and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so now I've got the leggings, so now I need to make the hoodie. So I've got a sleeve from an old cardigan, and it's, the reason I've chosen this is because it's a very fine knit, which is what I want for the hoodie. So I'm going to lay my doll on here like so, and I'm going to cut off where I want the hoodie to come to. I want it to be long. I want it to look like she doesn't fit the clothes yet because she's not grown enough. You know, this is a kid, you know, this is a trainee, a teenage Grim, so she's not quite full grown yet. That's why I want her clothes to look like they're too big for her. It's like she's been given her like trainee uniform, but it doesn't quite fit. And then I'm going to cut I'm not using the best scissors. So what I've done is I've made it so it'll be a bit too long on her arms and a bit too long on the body. So it's basically a T shape there. Then I'm going to fold this in half so I can make the other side the same size. And I've got to cut for the sleeve opening there and there. See if I can get this as even as I possibly can. At the minute the arms are two different lengths. Okay, like so. Oh, I've got a seam in the way there. I need to get rid of that. Okay, so I've got this basic shape, and then what I'm going to do is turn it so it's wrong side to wrong side, right side to right side, so that it's inside out basically. No, I haven't done that right at all. Hold on. I've got one sleeve a bit bigger than the other at the minute. You can like just press it a little bit with an iron or something just to get it to lay a bit flatter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this to all line up properly and sit together properly and tweak the shapes a little bit, and then I'm going to sew all the way here. So I'm going to sew all the way there, all the way there, and then I'm going to go to here and sew that way, and to here and sew that way. Once I've done that, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so I've sewn all the way down here and here, and I've sewn from there outwards on the sleeves, so I've left a gap in the middle, which is where the head's going to go. Now, before I sew up right to the bottom, I want to finish off the ends. So what I've done is cut off a bit of this like ribbon from my jumper. I'm going to cut it really short. In fact, don't want it that short. I'm just going to cut halfway. So I've got a piece like this. And as you can see, when I open it up, if it'll let me. Oh, is this all sewn together all the way through? Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, okay. I didn't realise they'd sewn both sides of it together. Okay, I'll do it this way then. So what I'm going to do is sew that along this edge, and it'll just finish off the edge and make it look like a jumper. So I'm putting all the rough edges together. And I'm going to sew it like so. What I'm doing is I'm looping over the top. I'll show you. So I'm putting the stitch through like so, apart from that bit where I've caught it, and then I'm going over the top and putting the next stitch through. So I'm looping over the top of the fabric each time. As you can see, that has created this seam and then this little ribbed bit. So I'm just going to tie that off. I did try and tie it off, but never mind. Do it this way instead. Okay. And then I'm going to get another piece of that ribbon stuff. and I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then I'll finish off the sides like sewing down this way. So I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and show you what to do next. Okay, so what I did was I hemmed the opening that I'd left in the neck. Then I cut 2 deep semicircles of fabric out, put them right side to right side and sewed them together all the way around the curved edge. And then I folded over the front of the fabric and stitched it to make sure it wouldn't fray. I keep getting wool stuck to her head. And then I sewed the hood to the top of the jumper. What I did was I just held them together like this, stitched across there, and then put the hood on.